What? Aren't they all supposed to be a little speciy?
When people are talking about the latest season of the White Lotus, they often speak about Parker Posey's outrageous accent.
You want to live in Taiwan?
Or Sam Rockwell's crazy monologue.
I am her, and I'm fucking me.
And rightfully so, they're great performances, don't get me wrong. But in this video, I wanted to give Patrick Schwarzenegger a shout out.
Genitals.
Now, his performance might not be as crazy out there like the others, but I didn't for even 1 second ever question if Patrick Schwarzenegger is actually any different than this freaky finance bro.
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
I wanted to give just a little perspective on why that might be. If you're new to this channel, I'm Dimi. I've been an actor for over 10 years and I like to make videos about storytelling and acting. And when I see something that I find interesting, I want to talk about it. If you like it, consider subscribing. Let's go. So first of all, the casting choice here. This cannot be overstated how perfectly cast he is. So it's not just the acting. The casting is the first step of a great performance. He is a Nepo baby. He's obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger's son. This fits the character. Saxon, the character, is trying to be in the finance world like his dad. We don't know. I don't know if Patrick Schwarzenegger is trying to be like his dad. I'm not suggesting that. But the character's obsession with physique and protein shakes and stuff is kind of funny because it has some credit to it because you know he's Schwarzenegger's son. So it has some weight when he is like flexing and talking about protein shakes. But at the same time, it's pretty pathetic in a funny way because you know how far behind or in his shadow he is, Schwarzenegger. Because of course Arnold is physique-wise on another level and he's like just a normal, well-trained guy. Now the thing about his acting that I enjoyed so much, first he's kind of being himself, but he seems to build the chemistry with the other characters, especially his family, very, very well. I think he's trying to bond not only as the character, he's not trying to play the character, but he's trying to make his colleagues laugh. And it seems to work. Now, this could also be put together really well in post. So I don't know what happened on set, but it seems very genuine. Like, look at this.
Yeah, but it kind of sucked.
Why? What was wrong with it?
It had no happy ending.
Gross.
What? Aren't they all supposed to be a little speciy?
Easygoing. It's so natural. You think like this is Patrick Schwarzenegger, but you don't think it in a bad way. This is the thing. I'm going to talk about it later, that the merging of the private and the character is actually the most complete way to get to a performance. It's not just playing a character. And it's not just being your stupid old self, but it's actually merging where they intersect and being completely natural. And he's just trying to make them laugh. Isn't it supposed to be special? You see the sincereness in his eyes that he's trying to make his colleagues laugh. And this is wonderful. This little scene was my favorite part about the whole show. Maybe I'm stupid. There's a lot of over-the-top performances. And I mean, Parker Posey here is like one prime example. She's really acting and she's doing it well, but at the same time I always see her playing a character.
Then there was a tsunami.
And it's almost like she's showing off the character.
We flew over the North Pole.
Which is also, to her credit, impossible not to think that, because nobody is that out there. You wouldn't even believe that she could be this loco. But still, you're reminded that this is a performance, and with him it's always so genuine. And this is something I can speak to from experience, because I've done a lot of characters where, depending on how deep you get into it, and sometimes when you're doing a play on stage, you don't have a lot of time. You have 5 weeks and then you go out, and while you play it, you rehearse the next one. So it's sometimes you don't have the time. Like these guys, they're really privileged to get the role and rehearse it for months and just be on set and be in the zone. If you play a character or scenes for very, very long time, then you start to get like real easy with it and real laid back, and you're starting to take liberties because you merge yourself, who you at the start are afraid to show, because you think, I'm playing a character. I need to be true to the character and to the writing, and I need to portray this character. So you're afraid to put yourself in it, or like to be loose, like in a private way, because you think, oh no, it's not fitting, it's not the character. But the more into it you get, the more of yourself you can put in, and you take liberties and sometimes say stuff that is really not in the script or something, and it makes sense because you blend yourself with the character. And I think Patrick Schwarzenegger is in that zone, and I really like to see that. And this is done by, for me, it's done by reps. Like, you need reps. It's not just overnight. Sometimes, and that speaks to the casting as well, sometimes you're just on a spot. And I think this cannot be overstated how well cast he is. And lastly, I think his character has one of the better arcs in this season. He starts out as this really obnoxious finance bro. Obnoxious also in a funny and likable way. That's like, the show does it really well. It's not judging him, and he gets to be himself and he gets to be loose. They don't try to smooth his edges, like make it more palatable to the modern Hollywood feminist values. Like, he is still a douchebag bro who's like a little bit misogynistic, also because he's young and he doesn't really mean it, but he's like a dick. But at the same time, he's very nuanced, he's very intelligent. Like, he reads a book in one day. They really honor this character here. I like that. And Patrick Schwarzenegger is really nuanced in his performance. He doesn't judge this character for 1 second. He portrays him in such an honorable way. I love it. Like, I really love it. And for me, sometimes it's the simple things. It's not like this is a big Oscar-winning performance. Like, don't get me wrong. I want to see what this guy has in store next, because maybe it's just a novelty bonus. Maybe there's nothing more. But I'm really excited to see what he does next, and I think he's gonna have some quality performances. But yeah, if you like this video, if you think this was a quality performance, then please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I hope I see you in the next one.